Hey guys, so today I'm just going to respond to some of the comments. Now, first of all, Iowa does matter. Otherwise, why did we spend 50 to 80% of our donations on commercials in Iowa? I'm serious. If we didn't believe Iowa mattered, then why did we spend all of our money on a state that did not matter? As for the riggage or the tampering, I'm not sure what happened. It is very shady, but regardless, no one is saying Andrew Yang won. In fact, even if I gave Andrew Yang 10%, which is insane, he would still be in sixth place. Regardless of what you think the percentage is, we are the sixth most viable candidate as in Iowa, where we spent at least $5 to $6 million with donations going directly towards this TV commercial, towards two TV commercials, and it didn't work. The solution is not TV. The solution is to get more people on the street, canvassing. It's very easy for me to sit here and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to make a video and people watch the video. But it's far harder for someone to buy a plane ticket, for me to buy a plane ticket, for me to dedicate my time, pay for my hotel, and canvas in New Hampshire. So mad respect for everyone who did it, but that's the problem with social media. Andrew Yang is a social media darling. He's probably the most popular candidate on social media. But because of that, it leads into all types of very dangerous scenarios which we have gotten ourselves into. First of all, whatever the number is in Iowa, it's not good enough. You want 5%? Fine. Take 5%. You want 10? I spot you 10%. That's crazy. That's 10 times more than what's being polled right now. So out of the 29%, I'll give you 1/3 of all votes. Are you happy with 11%? Are you happy? No, you're still stuck in sixth place. So whatever we did in Iowa did not work. And let me explain what we did in Iowa. It's very simple. It's very simple math, guys. We spent all of our donations. I've had many people, those are people living paycheck to paycheck. Those are people who may not have jobs. Those are people who are driving an extra Uber shift to donate. That's crazy. And we spent all that money. In particular, we had two fundraising sessions just for the commercial. If I remember correctly, one was $3 million. I don't remember if we reached it or not. And then one was $2 million for the second commercial right before Iowa caucus. And that one, we did not reach the $2 million goal. So that's the depressing part. And if you stayed long enough here, I'll tell you the good part. The good part is everything can change in a blink of an eye. This is, of course, a campaign. And things that you think would take down a candidate like Donald Trump, you have the whole recorded video of him saying something really bad on a bus. That didn't really affect him at all. In fact, it made him more popular. People don't vote for good people. Good people don't win. That's just how it is. People vote for their self-interest. So I'm going to go ahead and make a commercial explaining universal basic income, which has not been done yet in commercial form, because if we can explain universal basic income in very simple terms, most Americans are not interested in politics. Their attention span is 1 minute at most. 1 minute at most. I know this because I market. If they're on their mobile phone, they will watch a 1 minute video and that's the most they can commit. Explaining who exactly universal basic income helps and how it's going to be paid. That's it. 2 questions. Is universal basic income going to help me? Oh, yes. Oh, how are we going to pay for it? Oh, we're going to tax rich companies and rich people. Oh, I like it. luxury goods. Oh, I like it because I myself don't need a yacht. So I don't need to be worried about being taxed because I'm not going to buy a yacht. Or I don't need a penthouse in Manhattan. Oh, so I'm going to receive my money. As long as people realize there is a net positive for the majority of people, which there is, that's the selling point. You are literally handing them money. It would be insane to do anything else. I get the fact that you want to brand yourself. I get the fact that you want to be the good guy. You want to be the nice guy. You want to be the fluffy guy. But people, most Americans want to know, what are you going to do for me? And that's why Donald Trump won. If you go over Donald Trump's speech, very divisive. But he told Americans what they wanted to hear. Whether or not that was true, we can debate that until the cows come home. But it's what they wanted to hear because it was directed towards them. And they said, you know what? Yeah, Donald Trump will improve my life. Maybe, as a farmer, he does not because we got into a trade war with China. But at least he said that he would try. And that's all people want. People don't care if you're the second coming of Jesus, or Christ, like Mariana Williams said. And now people are attacking Mariana Williams when a few weeks ago they were so happy she was going to support Andrew Yang in Iowa. What is wrong with you? She's saying what the problem is. And I'm not the only one who has identified this problem. The problem is the campaign is too much about Andrew Yang and it's not enough about the people. People don't care who Andrew Yang is. They don't care about his background story. Only people in the people in the Yang gang care about these minute details. You do realize how minute some of these details you care about are, right? About Andrew and what you think, oh, Andrew's a good guy. Most kids don't care if he has 2 children and one of them has autism. They just want to know, how are you going to help me? Me personally. How are you going to help my family? How are you going to help put food on my table? How are you going to help me when I don't have a job? He has the best selling point ever. And it's an easy selling point. It's so easy. I don't understand. Why a TV commercial has not been made, or a YouTube commercial, some type of commercial has not been made. The majority of people, now I'm not talking about me or you. I'm not even talking about the 22% of registered Democrats. I'm talking about the other 78% of people. Do not know if universal basic income is a net positive for their livelihoods. Which in fact the answer is yes, of course. Probably 90% of people will benefit from universal basic income, but that's not what they hear. Because no one has explained it to them in a very simple way. Voters are simple people. They're not complicated. They don't need to know your life story. They need points. Make America great. Very easy to remember. Very easy. Lock her up. Oh, did Hillary do something wrong? Very easy to understand. Very easy to remember. Very easy to chant. All of Donald Trump's slogans he is a masterful manipulator of marketing. He's done it forever. The end goal, right, for the Democratic Party, I presume, is to beat Donald with whoever comes out. It's not looking good. And the more fake people talk and the more fake numbers you sell, I spotted you 10% and he's still 6th place. Okay? I gave you 10%. I gave you 1/3 of every vote of the remaining 29%. And he's still in 6th place. Now, of course, if the votes don't shift exactly maybe he's in 5th place, okay? So, maybe. Congrats, you're in 5th place. You gotta play to win the game. There's 2 different ways that players can behave. One player can play as if they don't want to lose, which is what we're doing right now. And then, just in the game of poker, right? Some players play like they don't want to lose. Other players play more aggressively as if they want to win. This is exactly poker. We don't have many chips left. We can either play conservatively and gamble a little bit and survive and wait it out, I guess, or you can just bet everything on your hand. Play to win. Don't play to survive. Play to win the game. You play to win the game. Bye, guys.